wonderful gift that is given, and rest assured, both those gifts, the medallion and the plate, will be in our cabinet back at the 36ers Club. And to you, the supporters, the sponsors, and you've all been named, particularly the media, who have been absolutely tremendous, particularly Peter, Body, Fox, etc., etc., our lead sponsors, National Foods, everyone, and I'm sure I missed someone. We do thank you most sincerely, and we look forward to your support next year and next season, and let's hope that we can have a back-to-back. Thank you.
In closing, we want you to mingle because we want you to gather around. I want to say something a bit significant. I hope that you'll bear with me. Photo opportunities in the way that the gathering of people that you see here tonight is a gathering of quality people. No one will question that. But there is absolutely only one guarantee that this group of people won't be here next year. There'll be some missing faces. We might yet be celebrating a pennant, we might yet be celebrating a championship. But seize this moment, seize something that we saw in action that was extremely special last Friday. And that was the gathering together of a very closely knit sporting organisation to achieve the ultimate. And now some decisions have to be made by coaches, by the players partners, by the family members themselves as to which direction they'll continue to head in. So seize the moment in the next 15 or 20 minutes to shake warmly the hands of these people who brought so much pride to us with the way in which they've demonstrated their athleticism on the basketball courts around Australia, but also they've demonstrated just what fine people they are. The Adelaide 36ers championship winners in 2001 and 2002.
Listen, you guys, a bit larger than I, would have listened. But at no time did you listen. You just carried on drinking and enjoying yourselves. So you should. But before I say anything particularly, I do welcome you to the city of Charleston. We are the switched on city. We are the city we care for people. And particularly at this time, we care for you. Because you have made our city a great city. You have honoured our city by being here tonight. But I must first offer apologies. Trish Worthy MP is an apology, Jane Weatherall, Mr Michael Wright, Mr Tom Kilson-Tonis, Mr Paul Kiker, Mr David Stephens and Kuala Lumpur, up to no good. But we also have a friend of the city here tonight, and I'd like to mention Lyle Gilligan, and Lyle's within the room somewhere. But we do have members, elected members of council, and I'd like to mention Councillor Anna Rao, Councillor Gerard Farrell, Councillor Alison Miller, Hayden Evans,
That's what we're supposed to do.
Paul Sykes,
That's what we're supposed
Grant,
to do.
Freddie Phillips, Collie Wazilenko, Julie Duncan, Dick Olsen, John Howard, John Pinto, Philip Hall, and India Aegis. You know, the city of Charleston is a very, very lucky council. It's the home of the 36ers. You could almost say it's the home of soccer, but there was $1.8 million for someone else to make it the home of soccer in the city of Charleston. We have a football park where the Crows play and Port Adelaide play. So we are a very lucky city. But tonight, the players will welcome you, but particularly we welcome Phil Sanders, we welcome Bernie Lewis, David Sivich, Doug Barlow, Yvonne Milbank, Teresa Whitehall, and Kylie Peterson. It's great that you make time in your schedule to come and spend some time with us. Because each time we see you, and that's often, it's because you are the champions of Australia. And so I welcome you here tonight because you are the champions of Australia. And it is our pleasure that you honour us by being here. I'm proud to be here tonight to celebrate another remarkable achievement. No one could dispute that the Adelaide Pure Milk 36ers are undoubtedly the greatest sporting success in South Australia. You put it together, and you put it together through passion, commitment, want, performance and dedication to success. And I'm not sure what Mark Williams might have said the other day. I know Mark reasonably well. I knew Foster, his father, a lot better. But Mark Williams would have spoken to Phil Smythe about winning. Port Adelaide wants to win. You expect to win the same as other clubs do, and you do win. For sports followers everywhere in Australia, the mention of the 36ers is sufficient to convey the champion basketball team from Adelaide. Not once or twice, but a record 4 times. 1986, 98, 99, and of course, last week at the Powerhouse, where you beat the Razorbacks. You let me down just a smidgen, because I declared in the first of the semi-finals, or first of the finals, that you'd win the grand final by 20, and you didn't. You failed. But next time it might be 20. The Sydney Razorbacks can walk away with their heads held high. They competed. They were strong and aggressive in Sydney, and they got across the line. But in Adelaide, they were no match, and you brought home the bacon. What you do once, in fact, when you climb the mountain, you now will do again. You did that just Friday night, and that performance made you popular throughout the country, except with other teams, of course. You are the most difficult team to beat in Australia. You are very difficult to beat at the Powerhouse, where the community, the residents of South Australia, get behind you, become part of the team, and enjoy the success that you create. So you're not just playing for the 36ers. Each time you play, you're playing for South Australia. And you commit yourself to it, and the people respect that. And speaking of when you go on the road, the important part of the engine room of the 36ers, the Pure Milk 36ers, is your partners, your wives, your children. And they put up with a fair bit in life whilst you travel and enjoy your chosen sport, and where you compete and enjoy your success. So your partners in life need to be recognised from the bottom for what they do for basketball in South Australia. I know that you will tell them that you love them. I know that you will tell them that they're great, but I would expect that you will tell them that they're part of success, because they are. Sport provides an excellent avenue to relax and socialise, and in the city of Charles Sturt is very pleased to be the home of the state sporting venues, including the state-of-art Digital Powerhouse. When one looks back how that occurred so many years ago in a poke hole, in which Bertie Lewis had a role to play. In 1999, we proudly established the 36ers crossing on the Port Road of Kilkenny to honour your back-to-back championships. And you can be sure that it will reflect this year's memorable annihilation. And of course, we can't overlook Phil Smythe. And when I looked at Phil's eyes last night at the reception in Adelaide, they weren't as bright as one might have thought. The players were there, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. That's not what I told them when they walked in tonight, because there was a fair bit of dull-eyed and the bushy-tails were not quite there. But Phil is the most successful person ever in the NBL Grand Finals, having won 3 as a player and 3 as a coach. One more than the legendary forward, Larry Senscott, who won 5 as a player. Phil has always maintained that winning the championship is more satisfying than any individual honours. But in our eyes, Phil, you are the National Basketball League coach of the decade, and I know everyone in this room will endorse that statement. I thought you might have clapped.